Hey,
No, I don't need a shot of whiskey.
hey, it's May 12th, 2019, Mother's Day, and I'm lucky enough to be here in Maryland with my family and surrounded by friends. And my favorite brother-in-law's brother has a really, really fun Bruce Springsteen story to tell, and he's been nice enough to say he will share that with us on video because I've been telling this story for years, and I really want people to believe me, and I want people to hear it. So thanks to Rick, and here we go. I'm going to shut up and let him tell the story.
Okay. So in the late 80s, I think it was 1989, I was living in Baytown, Texas, outside of Houston, and I had a corporate relocation to our offices in Linden, New Jersey, which is sort of like South Newark. I looked all around for a place to buy, and I ended up buying a house in Oakhurst, New Jersey, which was in Monmouth County, located about a mile from the ocean, about 5 miles north of Asbury Park, which is interestingly enough a very run-down place at the time. But the Stone Pony, when I moved there, was under renovation and opened up about a year later. Opening night, if I recall, it was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts put on a great show. But regardless, I was at the house in Oakhurst, 107 Dixon Avenue. Mailing address was Elberon, New Jersey. It was Thanksgiving evening. I was in the house. I was single, living by myself. I had made some dinner, was sitting in the house, drinking beer, watching football. And I looked out the window, and there was a red Mercedes SL pulled into my driveway. And I said, this is pretty odd. I really don't have any friends around here. And I'm looking out, I got up and I walked outside, and this rather scruffy looking individual got out. And he says, hi. He goes, I'm Bruce, and my wife Patty grew up in this house. And then it was aha, because when I moved in, there was a older couple that lived across the street who had lived in that neighborhood for like 40 years and told me that my house was built by Patty Scalfa's dad, and that she was actually delivered the Asbury Park Press as a youth in the neighborhood. So I started talking to Bruce, and it's like, oh, you're Bruce Springsteen, blah, blah. And so we started talking. He goes, yeah, Patty grew up in this house. We're here in the area, going to visit both of our parents' homes for Thanksgiving. I thought we'd ride by the old neighborhood and see how it looked. So we talked a little bit. I invited him in. We had a beer. He walked around the house a little bit. Unfortunately, I did not take this opportunity to get anything autographed because I didn't have anything that specifically said Bruce Springsteen on it. That was a little embarrassing, but we talked a little bit. I mean, it was probably a 15-minute visit. He shook my hand and took off. And it was like a brush with greatness, It was like a really cool event that was totally unexpected, but really a lot of fun and quite memorable. And you look at it here now, it's 2019, so 30 years ago, I still remember the incident well. It was a memorable evening. So there you go.
Great. Great.